Hi, nobodies. Things are going good in Cleveland, or outside of Cleveland. I went to Lake Erie yesterday, and let me tell you, that was amazing. I mean, it was it was way too fucking cold. They told me that it was going to be like so much colder than the rest of the city, and I was like, but I still want to go see it. So I went and saw it, and oh man, I'll tell you, that first, I don't know what it is. It might be, I don't know. I mean, first I went to the wrong place and ended up walking, but I was walking through the woods. So it was like so cool to walk through the woods. I enjoyed that because I love like nature. What I didn't enjoy was my face freezing. I was like, okay, I need a freaking ski mask, because it was really cold there. So I decided when I got to the end of the walk path, I'm not going to walk further. I was like, because I started thinking, what if I can't get back to my car? I'm fucking cold, So walked back to the car, drove to, I believe it's Huntington Beach or Huntington Reserve Beach or whatever. Oh my God, like 2 minutes. I was out there for like 2-3 minutes maybe, but it was so restorative. I mean, I was already somewhat restored by being in the woods, with, even though it was kind of dark and kind of damp out there, I felt so good being out there. But when I got to the lake, when I was standing on the bluff overlooking the lake. Sorry, I'm fucking with it. This is from the unicorn horn I was trying to sprout. The hair is coming in, I believe, but it bugs me to no end that it's there. It's like a blight, a big fucking blight. So I was at the lake, and I mean, I was just listening and feeling, and it was just like the ocean for me. And I was like, wow, this is like 30 minutes away, if that. So like there's tons of reasons to be out that way, or to be out anywhere where Lake Erie touches. And it's not that far. I mean, I couldn't even get to freaking DeGray Lake, which ain't that great. It'd take an hour to get out there, and I am not going to miss it. I was talking with my kids. I talk to them every day, except for my boy, because he doesn't always answer the phone. He's only 7, so I mean, when I talk to one of the other girls, they can always get him on there. They know where he's at. If they're around him, they can pull him in, or he can call me. My older daughter had mentioned, like, maybe we'll go visit mom over the summer, and their dad was like, no, I mean, I don't know the whole conversation, but I hear he's been talking about me, bad things. I'm like, you know what? Let him talk. Because I know the truth. I know what happened. I know what I thought. I know what I went through. I know all of that. And he couldn't wrap his head around any of it for more than 2 seconds. And, I tried to explain. Sometimes he'd get it, and then he'd forget it. So, he can talk. The people who fucking matter to me, the people that I want to see again, the people I call my friends, they don't judge me like that. They know who I am. And they didn't need no 20 years to see it. And they know who he is too. Nobody is without faults. In everything, there's always blame. Nobody's innocent. Nobody. Because, I mean, maybe a baby born into this world. I've never understood Christians and their like born in sin type of thing. No, a baby's pretty fucking innocent. I mean, what are they gonna do? Steal milk? They can't steal milk. They can't walk. They can't talk. They can't even grab for things really. You know, they're freaking babies. So if you are over the age of 5, any conflict, both of you is to blame. Nobody's innocent. We all say wrong things. But I know my moral codes, you know, and there are certain things that I don't do. And anybody who really knows me knows that I didn't step out of bounds. You know, I can't keep a secret to save my life. I mean, I really can't. You know, I mean, well, I mean, I guess I could if somebody was like, had a gun to my back and a cop was saying, "Are you okay, miss?" You know, I might be able to lie then, but I probably wouldn't, because I'd probably figure that person's going to kill me anyway, so they may as well shoot me in front of a cop so they can go to jail for it. I mean, that's just personal. That's just from watching shit, you know, most of the time. You know, if somebody's holding you hostage, you ain't getting free. You may as well just say, "Hey, this motherfucker's got a gun on me." Yeah, you get shot. You may not die. That motherfucker gets you away, the chances of you living become slim. So you better off just taking the bullet and hoping that it doesn't hit anything vital. Because, I mean, there have been people shot in the fucking head that not only live, but they're fine. So, you know, take your chances. But, like, as far as doing somebody wrong and feeling and not saying anything, I can't do it. I mean, I can lie to protect ego. And I will lie to protect ego, or to protect somebody from pain, or to soften a blow. I'll fucking do it in a minute. I don't even question it. I don't even feel bad about it. But as far as going off and fucking somebody else, I couldn't do that. I couldn't keep that a secret. There's no way. I mean, I've never done that, so I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, there are a lot of things that I haven't been able to keep secret that, you know, I mean, it's like, well, you know, that was a secret. You know, I mean, that shit eats me up. But, you know, like I said, people are going to talk. And normally when people resort to bashing somebody, they're the loser. You know, the winner doesn't waste time. The winner says, "I'm done. Bye." How is it? My daughter says, "Bye." Yeah. Sayonara, motherfucker. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. But nah, I don't have to talk shit, because most people will see the shit. I mean, the people who believe you, you know. I had to block their dad. Their dad could not have a conversation with me where he didn't say something pissy. And I'm just not about that life anymore. I don't want to be irritated because somebody who doesn't know me accuses me of something that I didn't do. I'll own what I did. I'll always own what I did. You know, if somebody asks me directly, "This that you said this time, was that true?" I'll say no or yes. I mean, if I lied, I'll say I lied. And I'll have a reason for it. I'll say I lied because you didn't like the truth. You know, do I lie to save my skin? No, I don't. I mean, there have been a lot of times I've really thought about it, you know, like when somebody said, "Did you say this about her?" You know, and it's like, can they prove that I said it? You know, and I considered saying, no, I didn't say that about her. No, and I owned it because they asked me directly, "Did you say this about her?" So I own my shit. I own what I did. You know, but some people just can't say, like, "Hey, this person didn't really fuck me over. They just walked away." You know, walking away is not fucking somebody over. Fucking somebody over is fucking them over. You know, it's doing it because you want to do it. Like saying, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna tell the motherfucker that I did this because I want him to know I did this. You know, that's fucking somebody over. Deciding that you're not happy, that, you know, it's not working, that's not fucking somebody over. That's just walking away. You know, it's not your responsibility to live up to somebody's expectations. It's not your responsibility to embrace somebody's dream, you know, or to be something that you're not. That's not your responsibility, you know. My biggest regret is that I stayed as long as I did. I mean, I should have stayed gone. I should have slept in my fucking car. I should have, you know. But I am where I am now. Things had to happen the way that they happened. I deal with it. Every day is a new day, a new opportunity to make it good or to make it bad. You can stew in the shitstorm of how everybody's fucked you over, how nobody loves you, how you're worthless, or whatever. You can do that every day for the rest of your life. You know what that does? It just pushes people away. It doesn't. They don't want to be around somebody who's always talking about, you know, like I've got prison friends that will, you know, on their worst days, they'll tell you about how much injustice they've suffered. And, you know, honestly, nobody wants to hear about the injustice you suffered unless you're at court, you know. No, we want to hear what's going on now, you know, like, what are you doing? What are you doing to prevent this from happening to you again? You know, are you working on yourself? I tell one of my friends all the time, because he's always like, I need a girlfriend. I'm like, no, you don't. You've got 8, 9 months left. You don't need a girlfriend. Because, you know, he's like, I'll be a slave for her. And I'm like, you're not supposed to be a slave. That's the thing. If you're given 150% and they're given less than 5%, it's not worth it. And sticking because you feel like, well, I started this, I got to finish it. No, you don't. You can walk away. You always have that opportunity to walk away. Now, walking back in, not so easy. But, you know, there's a reason that a person is upset all the time. There's a reason people get depressed. There's a reason, you know, feelings get hurt. But you can't blame everybody else for all of your misery. What I'm responsible for is what comes out of my mouth. What I do with my body, I'm responsible for that. What you think is not my responsibility. What you think I think is not my responsibility. I am amazed at how many people, and I mean, everybody will say, you know, I'm a victim, you know, like, poor, pitiful me, you know, like these women that constantly go for these guys that'll beat them. It's like, you ought to know how to pick that up by now. You know, after the first one, I can't imagine going into a second relationship and like getting hit the first time and not walking the fuck away. You know, just saying, I've been down this road, I'm done. You know, and not like seeing it. But people make the same mistake over and over and over again. And the thing is that we have to change our patterns. And like I said, it's not your problem when it comes to what somebody thinks or what they say about you. As long as you've got people that know you, that care about you, who are willing to say, you're full of fucking shit. Get over yourself. You know, she did this, but you did this. She did this, but you did this and this and this. You know, I mean, everybody can point fingers. And I'll tell you what, it's always interesting when you see like the outsider's view of two people. Like if one person is privy to both sides, it's amazing. But see, when you're privy to that information, you can't really say anything because they're going to feel like you're on that person's side. Like you're not on my side because you're saying I'm wrong. And it's not like that. They're trying to be helpful. When they say, hey, you're fucking up, you know, they're trying to be helpful. Any of my friends that said to me, hey, I don't think this is a good idea. I respected that opinion. But I also had to look at, you know, how often has their advice gone well for me? You know, I had to look at what they were seeing versus what I knew. You know, none of these people said you should work things out with him. Nobody said that to me, except for him. Everybody else was like, yeah, you're pretty unhappy. I could see it. You know, everybody else pretty much understood, except for him. So I am this horrible trash woman. This just horrible, horrible person. And that's okay. Let him say it. Let him think it. Everybody in the world can say it and think it. All the little junkies that he hangs out with can say it and think it. I don't give a fuck. They can say it in front of my kids. I don't give a fuck. You know? Hold on, wait a minute. I don't give a, you know. I gave enough fucks already. So that's what you should say for today. Like if it's the end of your day and you got shit swirling around in your head, just think, I gave enough fucks today. It's time to stop giving a fuck. I mean, even if it's the last 2 minutes of your night, you know, at least let the shit go for the night. Just hold on, wait a minute. I don't give a fuck. You know, be sure to check out that song. It's by Missio, or I'm not sure because I've never heard them on the radio. It's just one of those bands I picked up. I hope that you had a good day. I had a great day, as every day is pretty much great. I had a little hiccup. Wasn't an anxiety attack. It was you know, I guess I've been eating, just maybe not as good as I could. You know, kind of slummed it up for a couple of days over the weekend. I kind of ate some things I shouldn't have ate. Kind of messed with me. Took a pill for that. But, you know, my medication says that I'm doing really well because I haven't had to take a freaking Xanax except to sleep. Because that's my normal routine, to take it to sleep. And I don't even really need it to sleep because I think last night I forgot to take it. So mentally, I'm doing pretty damn well. And it's because I removed a toxin. You know, this parasitic disease from me. And I feel good. I mean, you know, I'm doing pretty good. Anyway, had a great day. Hope you had a great day. If not, try again tomorrow. It's always the opportunity to wake up and say, it's going to be good. You know, if it helps, take your ass to the park. Go sit by a water fountain. Walk down a trail. You know, do something outside. Notice the crisp air and all that. You know, do something that takes you away from the thoughts that tell you today's going to suck. Or well, I know how luck goes. You know, just knock that negative shit out. If you got to sit there looking like an idiot, looking at the clouds, look at the clouds, think about the clouds, get your head out of your ass for a minute. Because that's what a lot of us do. A lot of us think about things. That's your head in your ass. Take your head out of your ass, look at the clouds, look at the leaves, play with the dog or the cat. You know, something that you are focused on, that, and not the stupid shit that runs through your brain, the bullshit that the day and people dump onto you. Just let it go and concentrate on something you love. And with that, I'm going to go. Have a good night.